Hey Chris, this is John Johnson from the Dothan Eagle. Got a couple of questions for you. First of all, your relationship with Coach Summerall going back to when you were in high school and were recruited to Kentucky. Talk about that a little bit, and then I also want just to ask you about the one-handed catches. Is that something you practice? You've been good at over the years? Tell us a little bit about that as well.
I start with the relationship with Coach Summerall. It started when I was in 10th grade. I really didn't have any offers. The only offer I had at the time was Liberty, and I remember him coming up there, and he actually didn't come for me. He came for one of my teammates, and he just watched me practice and seen like I was one of the receivers that always was first in the drills. I was like one of the first one to finish in all the drills, and like he just seen me being a team leader in the 10th grade, and that day he came to me and he was like, he just kept it 100 with me. He just told me, I really didn't come for you, but you caught my eye and I want to give you an offer today. And with him being in a SEC school, I'm looking at him like, huh? And it's just like, ever since that day, usually when you get offered for somebody, like they'll text you and then they'll text you for like 2 or 3 weeks and then you won't hear from them again until like your senior year. But from that day he offered me until my senior year, I heard from him like at least 3 times a week, 3, 4 times a week, and he was just consistent, and I just knew I could trust him. And with the one-handed catches, it's really not something I practice a lot. It's just like when sometimes the DB will be grabbing one of your hands, so like often like when I'm in between drills or something, I'll just go off to the side with the coach and just get some over the shoulder with my right and left because you never know when you're gonna have to make those catches. So I just made sure I was prepared to make them.
Chris, on the first one-handed catch, Coach Summerall says it looked like you didn't make it to your landmark necessarily. So when you turned around, I mean, what did you see? How were you able, I guess, to maybe react so quickly and get up so high?
I really didn't because on that route we were in a stack like alignment, and I was supposed to go like towards the hash a little bit, but I kind of got hung up with the defender there, so I knew I had like missed my landmark and I had messed up a little bit, so I just turned around to see like if he had threw me the ball or if the ball was anywhere in the air because I was like I already messed up on my route. I got to make something happen, and I just turned around and seen the ball in the air and it was real high, so I just looked up and I was like, it's maybe not for me, but I'm gonna go get it. And I just jumped up as high as I could.
And
Hey,
then,
Chris, Josh.
oh, sorry, go ahead, Josh.
What have you seen from the defense on film?
From watching film yesterday, I seen that they like to play hard and they won't give up at all. Just watching them play Virginia, I seen the first play of the game that Virginia bust out a run. I don't know if it was a touchdown or he got tackled at the one, but I know that's like when you just start a game off with a big play like that, it's kind of devastating. But they didn't give up and they fought hard. So I know coming into this week that no matter what we throw at them, they'll always get up and fight back.
Chris, what can Jamie fans expect from Troy's offense going into this matchup?
Um, I guess they can expect us to be well prepared and for us to be focused on the small details of getting everything right that we didn't get right last week. Just coming in and fixing those mistakes and the self-inflicted wounds that we had inflicted on ourselves last week.
Hey Chris, what went into your decision to leave Kentucky and to come to Troy?
I would say that decision was I really wanted to just play more, and just knowing Coach Summerall, like having that connection with him, because even though I was at Kentucky, like he would always like even the players that he recruited to Kentucky, and I'm pretty sure he did it to other schools. Just the players that he had real close connections with, he would just check up on us and ask us how we doing. And I was like, he's a head coach at another school, and he's still checking up on me. Like just him doing that, I knew that like our bond was way bigger than football. So when I decided that I wanted to hit the portal, I knew that he would be one of the first coaches, and he was to contact me. And I just knew from our previous relationship that I could trust him.
Chris, did it sort of feel like the offense started to settle in there in the second quarter of Saturday's game? And if so, how much confidence do you take maybe from that part of the game and apply it to this week going forward?
Yeah, I think that we came out kind of flat in the first quarter and just let the moment get to us, and then the second quarter that we just settled in, got our feet wet, and we started to play Troy football. And just with that being put on film and us going back and just watching it, I feel like that'll give us a lot of confidence that we can play with anybody in the country. And just seeing that, it will help us like just come out and play hard.
Going into your first Sun Belt matchup since winning the championship last year, I know you weren't on that squad, but do you feel like that there's a bit of confidence among some of your teammates who were a part of that championship team?
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of confidence around here because with winning a championship, I know everyone is eager that's on this team to go back and win it again. So it's kind of a lot of confidence around the building because we break it down on champs, and like to be a champ, you gotta think like a champ. You gotta practice like a champ. You just gotta carry yourself as a champ. So I feel like you gotta have that championship mindset, and you gotta believe it, and you gotta be confident in yourself that you are a champion before you get there.
Hey, O'Shai, it's Jamal at WSFA in Montgomery. Obviously, the defense, the second half, we kind of got away from you there a little bit, but you played really hard, for a majority of the game and gave your offense a lot of chances to get back in it. Knowing that, going up against the Big 12 champions, how much confidence do you pull from that game going forward, especially once you enter conference play?
I think it was a great chance for us to just see our flaws and also the things that we are good at and get better at. We also had a chance to see what it was going against top competition and how we matched up. And really, it was just a look in the mirror to see where we are really and where we can improve. I think it was a great opportunity. And I think sometimes we were ready, and then sometimes we were really not just taking advantage of the moment. And so I think it was a great chance for us to see where we at and give us a chance to grow as a team.
And then quick follow, you played opposite of Reddy, a little, quite a bit. What about him just makes him so special? Because I don't think they threw the ball to his side a ton on Saturday, and of course, you can understand why when he went over the top and had that interception.
I think teams just watching film. I think they are watching film. They're studying. They're studying what we do and why we are successful at what we do. And so I think the game plan is just to stay away from it. Why not? Because when you go that way, you don't have success. And so they're just being smart, and they're trying to outgame us. So, and then when they do it, he just takes advantage of the moment. So, yeah.
Hey, it's Josh at the Messenger. You mentioned that Kansas State game was kind of a chance to kind of evaluate yourselves. So what do you think are some of the things you guys have to work on as a defense?
I think we just have to keep growing, get better and better every play. I think when things don't go our way, it's just a time to see how much we really want to be great. And we have a standard here, and when things don't go bad, we have to try and get back to that standard. So that was a great opportunity for us to get in a battle and go against other people that we haven't saw in a while, or go against people that we haven't never had a chance to go against. So it was a great opportunity for us, and I think that we'll come out on top after that.
What are you seeing from J&U on film on their offense?
I think they're going to play hard. I think they're going to come out and give us a lot of different looks. I think they're going to try to I feel like they're going to try to put themselves out there in the field like they're supposed to be there. I know they are the top team in their division on the side opposite of us. So they're going to come out here and give us our best shots. I think they're going to give us a little bit of everything, really. So we're going to have to be prepared for everything.
O'Shai, do you think that the Kansas State game helps you prepare for a game like James Madison? Because James Madison is so good. They are so talented. Coach Summerall talked about it before, the success that they've had, the 9 straight winning seasons. Do you think that, playing Kansas State this past Saturday was a good test for the upcoming week?
I do think it was a good test. I think it was a good test for adversity, really. It was a great chance for us to go through some adversity and have a chance to battle through, because coming to this game Saturday, I know adversity will hit as well again at some point in the game. And so we're going to have to be ready for that. And so this game versus Kansas State prepared us in advance to get ready for anything that may go wrong, or things may just go right, but we still have to keep getting better.